Hey, what's going on? It's Bill Burr, and it's time for the Monday Morning Podcast for Monday, July 6th, 2026. Six. A lot of sixes. A lot of sixes there. Dude, I'm going to play the fucking lottery. All sixes, kid. Well, what? It has just as fucking many odds of coming up as any other number. 1 in a million. All sixes is one of those numbers, dude. See, nobody thinks that, do they? Well, there you go. There you go. I am back in the United States of America. It's nice to be back here. It's nice. I like it here. Nice variety of people. I'm weird. I'm an old school white guy. I don't mind other races. That's like an old school white guy now. I don't have a problem with other cultures. We almost did it. Didn't we almost stop being racist? Maybe not. I don't know. We were on our way. Now we're making it great again. I'm sitting here. Oh, I'm sweating here. Roasting, baking, boiling. It's like a sauna. Well, London, don't make me laugh. Bunch of cats. Every cat with every cat with a long face. I am watching right now Brazil, almost, and Norway. And I've totally gotten into the World Cup. I fucking love it. And, there's still, a little bit of like, something happened, but did it happen? Oh, no, it didn't happen. Right, they thought it happened and everybody went crazy, but then the guy stuck the flag out and it didn't happen. Just Norway came in the first fucking 3 minutes, went down the field, gave Brazil the old right there, Fred. Fucking great pass. The guy sends it back out to the point. I'm just going to use hockey terms here because I don't know any of this shit, right? And then the guy fucking goes top shelf into the net. And everybody's going crazy, right? All the Norwegians jumping up and down, singing Viking songs. Und we will rape and pillage you again, right? And then and then all of a sudden they're like, all the players always know it first. Because everybody in when there's a goal, everybody in the crowd is so fucking amazed something just happened, they lose their minds. Like this is like the DMV of watching sports, where it's like when they score a goal, it's like, oh my God, they called my name. It's my turn. No, we needed 43 different forms of ID. I'm sorry, sir. You're going to have to come back tomorrow. That's the offsides call. So the the dude comes down. They do all that. They score top shelf. And then they go to the review. Oh, what? I didn't even go to the fucking review. Like this, the fucking corner of the guy's right sleeve was blowing in the wind. Like the answer. And then they go, yeah, it's offsides. Takes a lot of, like, courage to be a referee in soccer. Football, whatever the fuck you're supposed to call it. We call it soccer, all right? It takes, to just take that level of joy away from that many people. Like, the level of, like, confidence or cunt you have to be. You know what I mean? I was already thinking there's a good misogynistic sketch in this. What you should have is a husband hanging out on the back porch with all his buddies, and he makes a joke, and everybody's laughing their asses off, and then the wife puts the flag out. Wait a minute, oh, no, the joke crossed the line. One of her friends got offended and has now walked into the living room and is crying. Oh, he thought he had a good joke. But it was too off color. Anyways, I'm watching both of these games today. I'm watching the Brazil versus fucking, who the fuck are they? England. These are fucking amazing games because it's like colonizers versus countries they fucked over. you know? And then when it's like European teams, it's like, yeah, I bombed your city. Yeah, but you guys bombed us too, you know? There's just so much fucking history of murdering each other. I'm sorry, war, you know, conquering. There's all these fucking words. Like if you and I do it, it's murder, but they do it, it's, you know, expansion, it's cleansing. No, I just thought, no, we didn't like commit a genocide. We just thought that that country needed a life coach. We were life coaching them. Anyway, Brazil's coach is hilarious. They say head coach. He doesn't even look like, is he like Spanish or something? He's dressed like a fucking, like a CEO of a cigarette company. He's got like this fucking gray suit on. He looks like he works for like Winston or Marlboro. But anyway, I am back here in the States. And yeah, I got to tell you, it was nice to get back here and just see a nice wide variety of people. Like that's the one thing I don't think that a lot of these idiots understand, you know? How cool that is. And you have all this different cuisine and you all this music and all. I don't understand what the fucking problem is. I will say, having not seen hipsters, I mean, I do live in Hollywood, so I mean, you're just gonna fucking see them. Saw a lot of like Vespas, and then the people get the Vespas, and then you got to get like the vintage motorcycle, like a Vespa helmet that they wore in like those really cool Fellini movies and shit. Or you get like an Evil Knievel one or something like that. And it's just like, you know, I don't think I would go, you know, analog with, you know, road rash. I think I would, that's where I would be 2026. I would go a little Walmart there, you know, and get like the fucking, I don't know, the Food Network's mashup with some chef and Kevlar, whatever the fuck they're selling at the end of an aisle. Like I would get that shit at the end of the day. You know what I mean? You can hipster it up later. Oh, look at the guy. He's going down. He's going down. He's pushed out of the fucking way. None of the hands are coming up. Nothing? That's not a foul? I have no idea. No fucking idea. He's coming down. Oh my God, it looks like something's gonna happen and nothing happened. Yeah, so then Brazil comes down and then they get like a penalty. So like the new move is when you take a penalty shot is you run at the ball and then you stop and you wait for the goalie to dive and then you just kick it the other way. But now I think they're saying the goaltenders are anticipating that. And when the goaltender doesn't dive, then you're kicking it flat-footed and then it's slower and then it doesn't go in. So evidently having a goal called back because it was offsides is worse than missing a penalty. Which, now that I've said that out loud, that makes sense. When I heard the announcer say it, I was like, I don't know. I don't think I get that. So anyway, Billy Novice, Billy Straight Edge, living like Henry Rollins for like 5-6 days. Like not even drinking coffee. I became a macha, one of those guys. So I ordered one of those this morning. But I did get some latte beans. I was going to do like coffee every other day or maybe a couple times a week. But I think because I asked, I said, which one of these beans is good for a latte, that he ended up putting a latte in. So when it came, it showed up brown. And I was like, that's a matcha? And the lady was like, no, it's a latte. And I was like, I'll drink it. She's like, no, I can make a matcha. I was like, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. You know? And that right there is how you get sexually assaulted. I learned that on Instagram. They don't look for somebody weak. They look for somebody that is like, does something they don't want to do. So that's one to grow on. For all you guys out there, when you order a matcha and they bring a latte and you just accept it, there's a chance you might get ass raped later on in the day, according to Instagram. I'm not saying this is like, oh, fuck, I left those beans in the goddamn car. Hang on a second. Jesus fucking Christ. I'll tell you, if it's not one thing, it's another. You know what? That's going to be someday when I write my fucking memoir. That's going to be the name of the title. I wanted a matcha. And then it's going to be a picture of me getting like sexually assaulted. No, I'm kidding. Oh, Billy. Oh, Billy. Why'd you have to go 10 minutes in? Really? Well, I'm recording in the afternoon. So that's the danger. When I record this in the morning, I have morning energy. But this is like afternoon energy. And I also, I got jet lag. So I've been up since 1:30 in the morning. So I'm like 12 hours in. Look at that fucking guy coaching Brazil. He looks English. Right, bloke, we get out of here. We can't possibly and do it for the Queen. That's what he looks like. He be wearing a powdered wig and one of those fucking, what you call it? One of those fucking, one of the, their court cases and they come in. What is that called? Cosplay? Is that what they're into? They like, like, yeah, when you go to court in England, for some reason, you have to dress like you're in Amadeus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. I watched that fucking MotoGP race that Ogura won. Get his name right, man. Incredible race. And he kind of like, he started in like third place, went down to sixth, and worked his way through the pack and was very quietly like having the best lap times. And but they were too busy paying attention to Pedro Costa, Marc Marquez, and Pecco Bagnaia, right? They were just no. Who else was in there? The G. Antonio. That was amazing to see him run Mark off the fucking track after all these years of Mark doing it to other people, but he sent him into the fucking rocks there, like the kind when you don't know how to make a good walkway, you just throw the pebbles on the ground. And he got a lap. You know what I liked about that? He got like the long lap penalty. And everybody he passed doing that shit ended up passing him. And he was right back where he started again. So it felt like really fair. And then he worked his way through and passed them all again. Very nice work. But anyway, by the time they realized what was going on, Ogura had closed the gap between second and third against that guy. What the fuck is his name? Not Ron Francis. He played for the Penguins. That's his initials, RF. I don't know. For some reason, I can never remember that guy's name. I got too many microplastics in my brain over the years. But anyway, it was just great to see him finally fucking first Japanese rider to win one in 22 years. It was fucking fantastic. Oh, look at that. Is that a penalty? You know what I noticed that you don't really do in this sport is you don't run the goaltender. I wish they would combine this with hockey. Because it is very like hockey, except you're running around, you're not skating. Look at Jay-Z. Jay-Z's at the game. He's not there for the game. He's for all those hot Brazilian chicks. And you know what? Good on him. Anyways, you got Norwegian chicks and Brazilian chicks. If you're not into if this one doesn't pull you in, they should be, you know what? If you want to get America to watch, go to the stands a little more. Anyways, it was an amazing race to watch. And Marco Beschecki fucking wiped out in fourth gear. Fucking ragdolled. I can't believe he didn't break something. But it seems like he's all right. But then what's his face? The guy who came in third place. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck is his name? I don't know. I look at dude. I stayed up on the flight thinking, didn't I stay up till 9? I'll go to. Didn't happen. Anyway, whatever. I just like watching motorcycles go around a track. Evidently, I can't remember anybody's fucking name anymore. I was amazed that Alex Marquez came back after cracking a vertebrae, and he was riding like sixth place or something like that by the end of the race. That was pretty amazing. Not as amazing as the fact that despite, even with the cracked vertebrae, I believe Mark, if he had to, would have ran him off the fucking track. I love the coach of Brazil. Why is he dressed like he's in the paper chase? Is that old school? Jesus Christ. That guy might want to do a 23andMe. Anyway, plowing ahead here. So I'm back out here. Oh, Billy, clean shaven. The acting gig is over. I rapped on it. I could not have had a better time. I actually enjoyed every single day right up until the end. And I didn't get antsy or anything like that. I love the people that I worked with. And that's a first for me, being able to do that. I usually, I have the anxiety. I get the old fucking anxiousness there. So anyway, we got back here to Los Angeles and all this great food out here. So it was funny. Like, me and my kids were all jet lagged, and we're like outside playing fucking baseball at like 6 in the morning. Well, my kids were. I was making them waffles. Then I went out in the side yard, and they're like, kids making a bunch of noise. And then I kind of told them to stop. I go, guys, we got to wait till at least 7. Like, construction can't start till 7. I'm sure the same rules apply to playing backyard baseball. And but it was fun, man. I just love that they go outside and do that shit. They're not like iPad kids. And whenever I tell them to stop watching TV or something, they just go, all right. But anyway, I got my drum room. I got like a little, I got my drum kit, and then I have like a little kit facing it, like a little 20-inch bass drum and shit. So I play this game called Copycat with my kids, and they come up with beats or whatever. I'll play something, they try and play it. And I was out there with my son today, man. He's fucking good. He's fucking good. He hits the drums like a man. Oh, I thought the ball went in. He hits the drums like a fucking man. Just throws himself into stuff. I love that about him. But my daughter can already like play a beat and everything. So, and she was telling me the other day there was some song she wanted to learn how to play. So, that's going to be my summer with them. Swimming, playing drums, and playing baseball. Old school, baby. Old school, to combat all of this fucking noise that's going on. So my new move with my addiction to my fucking phone, back Instagram, all of that, is when I get home, I just take my phone and I just fucking throw it in the bedroom and I go downstairs. That's it. Just leave it there. And I'm able to go 90 minutes. Like 90 minutes. And then I go upstairs and I just check to make sure, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm doing. But I've been able to do that. So, I don't know. I like this. I like the challenge of this. Like having a day that's like no stimulants whatsoever. No fucking social media, no coffee, no nothing. Just sitting here, totally old school, but like with like all the advantages of today. 58 streaming platforms, 5,000 fucking channels, climate control in your house. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. But anyway, somebody was trying to tell me that like a matcha is 3/4 of the caffeine. Is that what it is? I don't know. I'm a mess, and I know my brain is all over the place, so I do apologize. But I might end up hitting pause here just because I gotta go do. I have a benefit today at like 5 in the afternoon, which is kind of cool with the jet lag shit. But I'm gonna watch the rest of this game. I'm 37 minutes in, almost to the first half. First period, dude. Oh, this is the first game. A lot less diving. I feel like this time around. Neither one of these teams is diving at all. But anyway, I'm going to try to go to one of these World Cup games here. I'm out here in LA. I'm just thinking, like, when the fuck is it ever going to be back in the United States? If I ever want to go again, it's going to be a long journey there, dude. So I'm not going to lie to you. When I go, I'm just whatever. I don't even know what game I'm going to go to, but I'm just hoping that there's just going to be, like just crazy. I get it's stupid to say this, but like I just don't want like a couple of lame countries, that are just waiting for the hits. Like when you see a band, you only know like one song that they play. You're just waiting for shoot that poison arrow through my heart. Just waiting for that song to come along. I'm hoping it's just like fucking crazy fans, but like nobody getting like killed or nothing. Like back in the day. I was watching this documentary on Rooney coming back, which I know I watched before. Like, Jesus Christ, like the way they get into these guys' lives. I watched that one and I watched the one with Posh Spice and David Beckham. They're like the first Instagram couple. Their whole fucking lives, it was just like they were making some peas and carrots. Like the whole fucking world was sitting there watching them. That dude went too far with the tattoos, huh? Jesus Christ. Such a good-looking guy, and then he just drew all over himself. Like, why would you do that? Like, if anybody should draw all over themselves, it's me. Cover it up, Bill. Jesus Christ, no one wants to look at that. This guy was walking around. Every chick in the world wanted to fucking bang him. Then he just scribbled all over himself. Right up to his fucking neck. I don't understand. I don't understand getting tattoos to that level. I'm not saying it's wrong, but like, I don't know. Like, if I was a tattoo artist, like people like that, man or woman, I'd just be like, you kind of, you got enough here. Like, you're a really good-looking person, and you're lowering your number here. Like, what are we doing? You're at 10, and by the time I'm done drawing on you, you're going to be like, listen, I'm not saying that tattoos aren't fucking cool, but like, you got to leave some skin. You got to have some canvas, little negative space. You fill the whole fucking thing in. What am I looking at? Where do you look at that point? You're just like, yeah, you just kept going. I guess they get addicted to them. Jumpstart, I can relate to. Oh, speaking of that, John Parada, what's going on, brother? It's John Parada at the Funny Farm, Comedy Farm, whatever the fuck it was called. He used to book me at down in Rhode Island. I read his book on the way back. He came out to my show in wherever the fuck I was in Rhode Island, and he gave me his book. I had no idea that guy struggled with addiction at all. I had no idea that he struggled with it while I knew him. I had no fucking idea. I had no idea. I had no idea how long he struggled with it. It was one of those books. I read it on the plane ride back. Now, granted, I flew back from London, but you got to know I'm a slow reader. So let me get you the name of that book here. It's John Parada. I think it's called How Comedy Becoming a Comedian Saved My Life or something like that. And I was like, man, he's being a little dramatic, maybe to sell some copies. Then I read the story. It's like, no, he's telling the truth. All right, John Parada book. Oh, How Comedy Saved My Life, John Parada. Fucking great book. I give it 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. And you know what's funny is he, has all these pictures from back in the day before I knew him. But then he has some when he first started booking rooms, and he had a flyer in that book of some of the first shows. He used to book these dinner and comedy shows at restaurants around in Rhode Island. Like that's what he hung his hat on. That was his thing. And I used to do those things, and he had a flyer in there, and it was like name. I remembered all of the just people I hadn't thought of. I hadn't seen him in like fucking 30 years. And I saw the names of all of these people on there. I was like, oh my God, I remember I did gigs. And one of them, I was like, I fucking drove to Rhode Island with that person before. Really cool book. Anyway, I'm going to take a break here because I'm going to watch these next two games. And I hope people who like soccer know I'm just fucking around. I do enjoy this sport. And I bet I'm going to be fucked once I go to a game. I'm going to try to go to one this week. I deliberately made sure I had nothing to do this week. Oh my God, what a fucking great breeze. Great breeze coming off the ocean. I'll tell you, people who don't live near water, I don't know how you do it. I mean, I'm terrified of the ocean, but I got to live near it. You know what I mean? It's got to be there. You know what I mean? Especially, if like an asteroid or a comet breaks into the atmosphere and becomes a meteor or a meteorite. I learned that. I thought there was meteors, meteorites, asteroids, comets, and cupids. No, whatever. I thought that those were all different things, but there's like asteroids, which are rocks that go around the sun, and somehow they break off or whatever, and they just fucking start taking people out. And then comets are it's like dust, ice, and something else. But anyway, I guess some big one hit in Siberia in 1907, which is incredible. So a meteor, I think, is one that makes it a comet or an asteroid that actually hits the ground, and a meteorite is a comet or an asteroid that burns up in the atmosphere. Possibly, I don't know. Oh, Billy's getting out in front of his skis here. So my son was like jet lagged, and he's into space and shit. So I was on the computer, and we were looking up some stuff, and anything that had an explosion he wants to look at. He's a boy. He likes fucking any of that shit. Space, Godzilla, dinosaurs, sharks, snakes, fucking anything crazy he likes. So we were looking that shit up. But anyways, this fucking thing, the reason why I like living near an ocean is as much as I'm afraid of it, if some comet comes or a fucking asteroid, whatever, and it just fucking smashes into the ocean and there's like a mile-high wall of water, I would just prefer getting hit by that. There's some New York Knicks at the games. Yeah, everybody's showing up. If Brazil's there, come on. You're there for the game, and, you're there for the fans. Anyway, what was I going to say? I just want to be as close to ground zero as possible. You got to know who you are. I don't have any Snake Plissken in me. I've always said, if anything's going to hit here, if there's going to be a missile, there's going to be a fucking asteroid, if there's like a fucking tsunami, I want to be sitting on here with my fucking feet up on my armoire, just watching some stupid, mindless shit, March Madness, just some bread and circus. And just be my last words, how the fuck was that offsides? And then I'm dead. That is the way to go. Not crawling out of the rubble, shredding somebody's bungee cord to try to make sutures to stitch up your arm. Fuck, with a Bic pen. I can't fucking do it. I'm not built for that shit. Oh, look, the guy in the red shirt. Oh, he was kicking it back to the fucking goalie. I thought there was a breakaway. I was waiting for the guy to take out his little flag and be like, we will not be having that much fun. I talked to some of these kids on the movie I just did over there in Ireland, these English guys, and I was asking them what's I just don't get I get offsides, but I don't get why as a defender if the defender can stop running and then that puts you offsides. They go, well, if they didn't do that, then guys would just be running down the field, and I wanted to be like, yeah, and something would happen. You wouldn't have to sing as many fucking songs. You can sing fucking the whole Bruce Springsteen catalog between fucking goal, even the solo shit. All right, it's not that bad, but I'm just saying. I'm an American, I need some titties. Fucking car chase. A goal. Something's got to happen here. You kicked it right at him, you red cunt. That's another thing, too. Then they finally get an opportunity, and then they don't get it. And what do? They put their fucking heads in their hands like they're in a silent movie expressing disappointment. We know you're disappointed. We know your disappointment. I'm going to shut the fuck up now. All right. I'm going to watch these games and go do this show. And through the magic of editing, I'll be right back. All right, and I'm back with completely different energy. It's 5:15 in the morning. Yeah, slept till like 4. There you go. So tomorrow I should be on time. That's one to grow on. The benefit went great. Just a really cool show. Obviously, good cause or whatever. And then I came home and I watched I initially said it was Brazil versus England. I meant Norway. Oh my God, what about that giant Viking in that fucking game? Jesus Christ. He was like amazing and scary at the same time. When he was staring at the crowd, I'm like, wow, this guy's like the fucking Braveheart guy. But then he kind of had like that Frankenstein brow like I do. And I'm like, did they put this guy in the oven long enough? Did he come out a little soon? Anyway, he just absolutely dominated. Anyway, and then I watched, England versus Mexico. And I don't know, that was a wild game. I'm trying to keep it like it's. I was thinking their goalie was talking shit in that game. That was the other one, the Brazil game. And I love when that guy went up to take the penalty and he's talking shit. The goaltender's talking shit, and then the stupid announcer's talking about the Brazilian guy going, I don't know what he's talking. Just go up and go shoot. It's like the other guy's been running his fucking yap the whole game. This is great. They're both talking shit. It's fucking alpha male stuff. It was fantastic. And then I like when the guy scored the goal and he gave him shit and the goalie just smiled and laughed. Like, yeah, you got me. Yeah. It's like they're enjoying it. And they were able to handle winning or losing in that moment. Just why can't you fucking enjoy that? And I was actually inspired by that. They both totally believed in themselves. They both talked their shit. Made the best man win. The Brazilian guy got him and, talked a little more shit, as you would. And, the goalie laughed, gave him a little playful push. That was fucking fantastic. Nothing wrong happened there. Anyway, Jesus Christ, how about that fucking crowd at Aztec Stadium? I mean, I don't like that throwing beer at people when they fucking score. That's some fucking Bush League shit. But other than that, like the energy in that place was fantastic. So now England moves on. They got the back-to-back goals in like under a minute. So much of this reminds me of hockey. As they're announcing the previous goal, you fucking score again. And you're sitting there like, what the hell happened, man? We were fucking tied. Now we're down by 2. But I don't know. All I can say is that there's just so much shit going on that I can't talk intelligently about this game because I don't watch it enough. But the World Cup has been fantastic. So, anyway, I went down and did a benefit. One of my favorite places in LA, the Elasian Theater. I did a couple of warm-up gigs before. Oddly enough, I did that soccer place in Rhode Island. So the benefit was there last night for trying to do whatever we can to help out people down in Venezuela, man. It's fucking brutal. Absolutely brutal. I wish our tax dollars, like there's a great foreign policy. Why don't we intervene then when people really do need help? Instead of liberating them from their natural resources. But that's another conversation. Anyway, let me, the fuck was I talking about? I was going to try to remind myself. Oh, yeah, yeah. The goal that is then everybody celebrates and then you realize it's offside. That's the world's football's answer to American football, where it seems like every time somebody returns a punt or a kickoff for a touchdown, everybody's going crazy. And then you look and there's always a flag. There's always some legal push in the back. Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. Legal push in the back. Ugh. I fucking hate when it's a legal push in the back and it's totally away from the play, had no effect on the play. I wonder how many kickoffs and punt returns are taken away in the history of NFL football. I think more have come back than have actually been allowed. At least that's how it feels. Anyway, let me get to some of the advertising for this week. I apologize. You're going to have to listen to me read out loud here. And, of course, it goes all the way down to the fucking bottom. So now this time I clicked on it. I was at the top, and it goes all the way down to the bottom. All right, quo, everybody. You know when everyone on your team thinks someone else handled it? The call, the text, the follow-up. It's like that Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing at each other. Meanwhile, the customer's just sitting there like, hello. That's how you quietly lose business. So yeah, at a certain point, it's like, let's fucking quo. That's why today's episode is brought to you by Quo. QUO, the business communication system built so you never miss I don't know what, the word is not there. Your entire team, or is that the joke? Your entire team can handle calls and texts from one shared number so no one, why the fuck didn't I grab my glasses? Hang on a second. Oh, Billy Freckles getting his glasses. Oh, Billy Freckles. This is a 20-second time. This is a water break. This is a water break during the reads here. All right, I got my glasses on, so anything after this is on me. Your entire team can handle calls and texts from one shared number, so no more missed messages or drop. Okay, it wasn't the glasses. Messages or drop conversations. Everyone sees the full thread. Replies are faster, and customers actually feel taken care of. Calls, texts, voicemails, transcripts, and contact details all in one clean view, so your team always has the full picture and can show up for every customer conversation. Money is on the line. Always say hello with Quo. Try Quo for free, plus 20% off your first 6 months when you go to quo.com/Burr. That's Quo, QUO.com/Burr. All right, my kids are still sleeping, so I got to watch out here that I don't get too loud. Oh, look who it is, everybody. It's old Zip Recruiter. Parentheses, talk about how, according to CNBC, nearly half of hiring managers say a candidate's enthusiasm about the job is the most important factor when considering them for a role. Oh, fuck you. Did I dance enough for you before you get some AI and replace me? Well, you know what I learned when I was overseas? Porridge is oatmeal. I got to tell you, I don't think there's two more disgusting options as far as names for food. Oatmeal. Disgusting. Porridge. I'm just getting curdled milk vibes. The fuck do you serve porridge after? Curds and whey? Well, if you need to hire your business, if you need to hire for your business, how can you separate the candidates who are really excited about your opportunity from the ones that are just meh? ZipRecruiter. Well, maybe the meh ones are a little overqualified and you should fucking go for them. Oh, look who it is, everybody. Old ZipRecruiter has a new feature that quickly lets you see the most interested qualified candidates first. So you meet the right people faster. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/Burr. Smart matching technology connects you with qualified candidates instantly. Candidates can tell you in their own words why they're interested in your job. No wonder ZipRecruiter is the #1 rated hire. So maybe if you offered some fucking benefits, they'd be a little more excited. This whole world is backwards right now. No wonder Zip is the #1 rated hiring site based on G2. Use ZipRecruiter and find enthusiastic talent fast. Well, I'd love to use my car. Sure, I'll use my house as an office, and absolutely, you can fucking look at my house through a Zoom call. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day, and now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/Burr. That's ZipRecruiter.com/Burr. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. All right, Squarespace. This podcast is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or scaling your business, Squarespace gives you everything you need to claim your domain, showcase your offerings with a professional website, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. Your personal story and experience with it, and to really make the ad personal, creative, and your own. Squarespace gives you everything you need to offer services, get paid all in one place. For consultations to events and experiences, showcase your offerings with a customizable website designed to attract clients and grow your business. I love this copy. It says the same two things over and over again. Plus, streamlining again your workflow and build in appointment scheduling and email marketing tools. Head out to squarespace.com/Burr for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use the offer code Burr to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/Burr for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code Burr to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. All right, this is the last one, everybody. Look who it is. It's Simply Safe. You know, in the U.S., there's a break-in every 26 seconds. That means somewhere right now an intruder is getting closer. That means somewhere right now an unemployed person with no options is getting is getting closer. The problem is most security systems only alert you after a break-in has already started, and that's too late. Hang on. Sorry. Thank you to anyone who said bless you. That's why I choose Simply Safe to secure my home. Using the Outdoor Camera Series 2 and advanced AI alerts. Oh, God, here we go. Simply Safe's use U.S.-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them, stopping crime before it starts. That's real peace of mind. AI alerts. Hey, what are you doing? Get off my property. You want a person for that, don't you? Hey, motherfucker. Simply Safe is available with no long-term contracts and deterrent plans start at around $1 a day. You want something that's going to take it personally, not take it personally because the algorithm told them to. I want you to experience the same peace of mind I do, which is why I partnered with Simply Safe to offer an exclusive discount to my listeners. Right now, you get 50% off. Jesus Christ. Off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/Burr. That's half off at simplysafe.com/Burr. There's no safe like Simply Safe. All right, mercifully, the ad reads are done. Let's get into the reads for this week. Now, for some reason, it just keeps going down to the bottom. Who knows? All right, World Cup games. Dear Billy Belfast, I got to tell you, that city really fucking grew on me. I was excited to go there, and then I got there, and I was there for 2 days. I'm like, this place sucks. Everything closes at 5. Did I already say this? And then I figured out where to go, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. No, I love this place. And I lost my wallet, and somebody returned it with all the money in it. So Belfast is good with me. All right, long-time listener here. Just wanted to write in to share some positive news for once. I attended the Netherlands versus Tunisia World Cup games in Kansas City this past week, and the overall vibe could not have been better. Everyone in KC was super welcoming, and Arrowhead Stadium was a fantastic venue. Was also cool to see it before it got torn down. Yeah, people are fucking cool. You know, yesterday when I went to, I did that benefit. You know, just everybody involved in that benefit. The people who put it together. You know, comics that went on stage. I think it was the people who put it together and the comics that went on stage were the same people. The people in the crowd. You know, most people are empathetic and feel bad when they see something bad happen to somebody and they want to help out. All right? It's just the lizard people at the top you think that there's not enough money, not enough places to live, not enough food, not enough jobs. It's all bullshit. Recessions, all of it. It's all fucking bullshit. Let's see Neil deGrasse Tyson talk about that. You know, take a break from the fucking molecules. Why doesn't he explain why some people don't have the fucking empathy molecules? All right, everyone in KC was super welcoming, and Arrowhead Stadium was a fantastic venue. It was also cool to see it before it got torn down. I can't believe they're tearing that down. 64 toss power trap. Actually, that didn't happen there, I don't think. If it did, it might have been the first year of the stadium. Beyond that, the fans from both teams treated each other with the utmost respect, and everyone just seemed so happy to be there. Given all the awful things and conflict going on in the country right now, it felt like a real example of how well individual people would get along if it weren't for our leaders. Exactly what you just saw was reality. What you just saw is what I've seen traveling around the world, the world, the world, the world. People are cool. They're not hateful. They're not mean. You know, they don't care what you're doing as long as you're being cool. Anyways, person says thanks and go fuck yourself. Yeah, I think that's a great thing, and I think the reality of that, the experience you just have, the experience I've had through traveling and all of that, it's like, why do these world leaders present the exact opposite? You know, and especially us, always walking around talking about how we're the fucking beacons of freedom and sucking our own dicks. And then when something actually tragic happens, people actually need help, we don't do anything. The level that we've been fucking with Venezuela, trying to draw them into a war, trying to take over their fucking country and all that. Now they actually need help. And what the politicians aren't doing shit. All right. I don't know. I got to stop. I just keep. I'm feeling like I'm going into my Lenny Bruce years where I'm just gonna be reading off of a fucking legal pad. All right, MotoGP, everybody. Bill, big fan. Love your podcast and stand up. I know you love watching MotoGP. I do as well, but you have to watch Moto2 and Moto3. Dude, I got two kids. I got to pick windows when I can watch this shit. These races are nail biters. I love the Moto3 bikes. For some reason, I feel like I could handle that bike, even though I know I couldn't. But just those skinny tires and shit, it just seems like I wouldn't go flying off the back of it. I don't know. Always three or more riders, always battling to the finish line. Give the last two races a look. I'm going to do that. Moto2 in Assen, did I say it right? Was amazing, and Moto3 in Czechia was fantastic. These young men are absolutely fearless. A handful of them will be riding in MotoGP next year. Side note, Moto2 bikes all have the same engines, so you really get to see individual rider skill. Yeah, and the pit crew doing whatever they can to give them an extra bit of an edge. All the best. All right, what do we got here? Acting. It says, hey, Bill, if you could act opposite one actor who is dead, who would it be and what kind of scene would it be? Take your time answering. We have all day. One actor who is dead. Oh, my God. Dude, one. Holy shit. So basically the entire history of Hollywood and all of these amazing actors. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. I mean, John Cassavetes. John Cassavetes, Peter Falk, and Gina Rowlands, Karen Black. A lot of them would be female because the dynamic of being actually in like a relationship with them beyond just like a friend or a worker, but the whole male-female dynamic. Fuck, there's so many. I just loved like those three in particular and the choices they made and the projects that they made. Peter Lorre, Humphrey Bogart. And you just got the stars like Bronson, Lee Marvin. Dude, Elizabeth Taylor, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, Peter Sellers, uh, fuck. Um, I don't know. I honestly can't answer. I think I would be in a John Cassavetes movie with Peter Falk and Gina Rowlands. Um, man, Robert Duvall. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that one. That is just that is for me. That's like when you see nerds talking about the universe expanding, and I also my knowledge of actors is, I grew up watching sports and movies and shit like that. That's why I missed a lot of movies. Some of the more popular ones, like I was trying to explain that to somebody younger, where it was just like, dude, if you missed a movie, you just fucking missed it. And TV was TV, and movies were movies, and that was it. And the reason why I know all those old school guys is because I grew up. It just was like your parents taking you to the fucking movies every weekend was just not something that was done. Like everybody's parents were working. You worked all day. They just left, and there was no cell phones. They just fucking left. Latchkey generation. So yeah, the movies I watched were like the Sunday night movies and the shit that was on WLVI TV 56 and WSBK TV 38. So once a year they would show Kelly's Heroes, The Dirty Dozen, The Bridge on the River Kwai, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Like I just grew up watching those movies, and occasionally, like something you missed in the movies, they would then edit for TV like fucking 5 years later, and people would be freaking out. Like, oh my God. Like one of the Peter Sellers Pink Panthers movies is the Sunday night movie of the week. Or if they made like a made for TV movie, like the level that it was hyped and how many people watched it. Like probably the biggest one when I was growing up was this movie, made for TV movie, The Day After, and it was about a nuclear holocaust, and people really got like fucked up like watching it, and they had like teachers were like talking to kids and shit, so they could handle it. It was funny, like the analog part of my life. It was way more like simple, obviously because I was younger and had less responsibilities, but like as much as it was simple, like when shit was big, it was like everybody saw it. It was fucking huge. I don't know how to explain it to kids today, but just imagine if there was like 7 websites and 7 websites only. And there was only like whatever time you went on those websites, whatever was on, that's all that was on. You didn't have an infinite amount of things that you could click. You didn't have your own personal algorithm. It's like, no, this is what we're showing. And if you're on this website, this is what you're watching. And everybody on the website is watching this shit. Like shows used to get like hit shows used to get like a 30 share, which was allegedly a third of the fucking country was watching the show. And now I don't know what happened. We've all spun off into our own little worlds. Believe me, it was always filtered. It was always controlled, but the ability to control what somebody thought was a lot more. I mean, they've always been good at it, but using racism, nationalism, homophobia, sexism, and all of that shit just to keep us fucking divided. But like, there was like the level of like critical thinking back then, and it was actually like encouraged. It's kind of frightening now how they they're kind of I think they're in the process of turning all of us like, when you just see like extreme poverty. Like, I remember seeing this footage of when the train that was bringing Bobby Kennedy's body back to the East Coast, they brought it back by train, and everyone was standing on the side of the tracks or on the platforms, and as they'd go through cities, you'd see everybody in the crowded platforms. And I just remember this one thing that just stuck out. There was this poor white family, and like the kids had no shoes and like no shirts. They just had like rags on. Like that level of fucking poverty. And then also like that level of like back then, like you were just sort of whatever you could get out of your TVs, whatever you could get out of it, but whatever you lived, if you lived in the middle of nowhere and you were that level broke, like your worldview and the stuff that you knew or didn't know was astounding. And I feel like they're able to do that now with people that live in cities with museums right down the street, all different religions. And like it used to be, if you lived in a city, like the experience that you got, even the difference between living in the suburbs and living like, obviously I moved from the suburbs to like New York City, and just like the life experience change of that I got, like how much my brain expanded by being exposed to that many different people and like cultures and races and all of that stuff. I feel like all of this shit now that where you can just kind of go off on your own fucking trip into this stuff. I don't know. I just feel like they're just dumbing us. Like mentally, we're all going to be like that heartbreaking family that I saw, like that level of poverty, like what big business did to West Virginia. That's one of the most gorgeous states I've ever been in. And I've never seen like just collectively an entire state getting fucked the level that state got fucked. And then what does everybody do? They turn around regular people and they make fun of people in West Virginia rather than being like, those people are us. Like, why did you do that to them? Anyway, I think my answer was John Cassavetes. George C. Scott. I mean, come on, people. You can't just do that. Fuck. Yeah, all of those. Yeah, all of those people back then, all the way up to like Chadwick Boseman. I just saw him in the Black Panther stuff, and then I watched. I'm so bad at remembering the names of the movies, but I watched this movie that it looked like a play, and it was about these musicians. It's a period piece, and his acting in that, I was like, oh my God, Jesus Christ, he was phenomenal. So, yeah, that's too big. It's a great question though. Great question, because it made me think about all the great movies I've watched. Anyway, all right. Well, that is the podcast, everyone. I don't know what this. I don't know. It's fucking early here. All right, let's just close it as we always do. Go fuck yourself. I'll check in on you on Thursday, and I don't know. Keep fighting the good fight. There's these fucking CEO suited cunts steer us into the sun. All right, I'll see you.